Hi, welcome to the Vedic Astrology New Moon Forecast for October of 2024, a solar eclipse. The moon is waning, the energy changing, getting darker. How are you feeling? The moon is waning, and on October 2nd, 2024, between 8:42 a.m. and 2:47 p.m. Pacific time, the moon will cross over the sun, creating an annular solar eclipse, and then begin to wane again. Feeling shaky, uncertain. Maybe you've been faced with some unexpected changes, surprises, a crossroads. Maybe you've been even feeling like you're in a crisis of some kind for the last few weeks. This solar eclipse is marking an important turning point in this eclipse season that has been going on for about a month now. This is a time for growth spurts and for also letting go, cutting cords, changing patterns, allowing for closure, and allowing for new beginnings as well. This solar eclipse is happening in the sidereal sign of Virgo, which I talk a lot about in my horoscope class that is included in the Navaratri cauldron. It's in the nakshatra of Hasta nakshatra, which is symbolized by a hand, the hand of God. Also the dexterity of the hands to communicate, to write, to create, to improve things in the world. Hasta has a motivation to make things better. So this is a powerful time also to be accessing what clever ways we can recreate our lives, resculpt our lives. According to Vedic Astrology, eclipses are caused by Rahu and Ketu, the shadow grahas, or the north and south nodes of the moon, the eclipse nodes. This solar eclipse is caused by the alignment of Ketu, the tail of the snake, with the sun and the moon. So Ketu particularly is the part of the nodal axis that has to do with letting go, with allowing for the ends of things, for closure, for change, and also for detaching from patterns that have been ingrained in us or maybe ingrained in our families, our ancestral heritage. We're actually in the fortnight of the ancestors right now, this Pitru Paksha. This is a very sacred time when the Pitri Loka, the realm of the ancestors, the spirit realm, comes close to us. And I think it's very powerful that the solar eclipse marks the end, the culmination of this time. So really it is a chance to heal and cut yourself free from the past and from your even deeper internal patterns, samskaras, that come from your childhood, from the way your mother and father also experienced their childhood. This is a time of deep work, and the solar eclipse particularly is a time that should be used for internal contemplation and mantra, fasting, prayer. And this eclipse season is opening us up into the Navaratri, the 9 nights of the goddess, a time when we call in the powerful goddess Durga, the slayer of demons, the demons being Rahu and Ketu, or whatever troubles our heart, the imbalances of the world, and protects us, heals us, and empowers us to be better people, to walk in love and service and self-respect. If you would like to learn more about this powerful time, the 9 nights of the waxing moon that come after this solar eclipse, this is a very important portal for healing and spiritual growth. So check out my class that I'm going to be giving again, the Navaratri Cauldron. I am planning on leading the group through simple rituals that you can do in your home to call in the goddess, building an altar, creating a place of conjuring, of containing, of initiating Navaratri, and then working with these 3 goddesses, Durga, Kali Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati, through the remaining days. Cauldron members also have access to all of my previous Cauldron recordings, as well as guided meditations, journaling, and previous horoscopes, especially the one that is involving this solar eclipse. We discuss how it affects all 12 signs, Vedic signs, as well as my Jupiter in Taurus class. And I'm including that Jupiter in Taurus class because Jupiter is going retrograde on October 8th. So throughout Navaratri, Jupiter is very powerful as well. Well, there's something about cutting away and closure and letting go, of course. This solar eclipse offers big growth, a big opportunity for something new to come in. Mercury, the planet of communication, is very combust this solar eclipse. And he's ruling over Mars. Mars is in Gemini right now, and Mars is actually making an angle on this eclipse as well. So it isn't probably the best time for a lot of travel or complicated communication. Also, it can bring conflict, making peace discussions difficult. We're on the edge of a very important political election in the United States here. So this solar eclipse looks quite tense and volatile. And definitely it is going to create some turbulence in the weeks to come. So this is a time to be praying for peace, for the best outcome of how we are moving forward, and on a personal level for doing inner work, especially in the days, right, the 9 days following this solar eclipse. So do check out my Navaratri cauldron. If you were a cauldron member last year, you can get a 50% discount, so be sure to check that out. And let's just see what the tarot cards have to say about this upcoming solar eclipse in Hasta nakshatra. Okay, so the first card that came through here is the Knight of Discs, which is actually the card of Virgo. See the wheat. The goddess is holding a grain of wheat. It's kind of like Sri Lalita, who holds the sugar cane. The fruit of the earth, the grains of the earth, the sweetness of the earth. And how to connect with what's nourishing you right now, what is sweet in your heart, what's grounding also. Finding a place of center in the confusion and the wobbliness of the eclipse, which is showing here as death, letting go, Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are called the serpent of time. Things are born into and through Rahu, and things die and pass away through Ketu. They're liberated, cut free. That's why Ketu is the moksha karaka, the place of liberation. So what needs to be let go of from the center, from that grounded place in your heart? A lot of transformation possible in this solar eclipse. Also, the Knight of Wands is next to the Death card. So we have two knights here. The Knight of Wands is fire, the will, a sense of true empowerment that comes from our inner will. And it's interesting, the way Jupiter is protecting this solar eclipse, but Mars is also having his drishti of fire as well. Jupiter and Mars both have a lot of fire inside of them. There's a will to fight here, a pride, to come back to our sense of self-respect, maybe, a will to fight for what we believe in. So the danger of that as well, which can get out of hand, as I warned about, and that we don't really need to make unnecessary conflict here either. we can use this on an inner level to face our shadows, the Rahu and Ketu, the parts of us that aren't nourishing us, and bring light, bring that fire in to free ourselves. The earth is nourishing you, centering you, grounding, holding you. From there you can see how to use this time to gather, to reap, and to cut free from the past. Time of harvest, to bring things in, is also a time of death and letting go. Allow for the transformation, for the fire of spirit to come through. You have a purpose as long as you walk on this planet. Face the change, the changing times, the changing situations with just your presence. You are here, and your presence matters. Okay, well, thanks so much for coming to this solar eclipse forecast. I do offer one-on-one Vedic astrology readings and tarot readings on Zoom. You can book with me on anandastrology.com. I will leave a link in the description window. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and to my newsletter. It's free. Also check out the upcoming Navaratri cauldron. There's still time to join. I will see you soon.